Can I draw a cool background with Ibis Paint X brushes? Is there anyone who thought? Ibis Paint X has a wealth of pens. You can use the brushes to create backgrounds and effects that are different from other illustrations. In this video, I will show you how some brushes you can use as a background. The first brush I will introduce is Splash. This brush can create a pop-like background. I used this brush because the illustration this time is for a boy listening to music through headphones. And the splattering brush fits this splash brush. I used the splattering one of this brush. I used the colorful colors this time, but I think it's also beautiful to draw with a white splash and a splattering brush on a black background. This time, I used the red, pink, and black against a yellow background. However, I thought that was not enough, so I enlarged the splash brush and added a white background. Next, I will introduce the note brush. Ibis Paint X has double note and eighth note brushes. I used the perspective to draw those notes smaller in the distance and larger in the near. The size can be changed by setting the thickness of the pen. In addition to this, you can use patterns such as light, leaves, and hearts as stamps with the brush function, so you can draw patterns that match your illustrations. Originally, dot pen seems to be used for edging text characters, but I think it is a brush that can also be used for edging illustrations, even if you apply the color appropriately at the beginning. You can change the color later. To change it, tap Change Drawing Color in the filter. Then, you can choose the color yourself and change the color of the line art. And the features of the filter are covered in detail in another video. If you are interested in the video, please check the related video. If you want to draw a fantastic background, use the Moyer brush. Of course, the pattern of this brush is beautiful, but as you apply it, it also adds a color gradation. The color is very beautiful. I tried adding other colors, but in the end, I choose only Moyer. Glitter.art brush was introduced as a recommended brush in the official YouTube video of Ibis Paint X, and I thought it was a good brush to actually use. When the background is black, the glitter.art gives a very fantastic hue. I added sequin pen to the background of Moyer and the glitter.art. In addition to the usual pentagonal sequin pen, there are hearts, stars, and hexagon. This time, I'm using these pens in smaller sizes, so you may not notice a difference. However, it is better to use the sequin pen properly according to the taste of illustration. The brush function that can be used unexpectedly is girls. With this brush, you can easily draw a pattern that looks like girls. This time, I used this brush around the boy's illustration. The closer to the illustration, the darker the brush color, and the farther away from the illustration, the lighter the color. A girl's brush doesn't look that cool on a white background, but does it look really good on a black background? In addition to the brushes introduced here, Ibis Paint X has many other useful brushes. I tried all of them and carefully selected the brushes that match this illustration. So, please refer to this video as examples of how to use the brush. There are other brushes that are easy to use, so please try other brushes besides the ones introduced here. Thank you for watching this video. If this video is interesting, please push a like button. Also, if you ask questions in the comment section, it will be answered as soon as possible. Depending on the content, I may post new videos for answering your doubts and comments. So please subscribe to Animembo and set notifications for this. There are many people who watch the videos and don't register. So I will be very happy if you help me to grow. See you again in the next video.